Welcome to Dad&Son, In Between the Ropes recap. I'm Son.
I'm Dad.
And he's Dad.
My name Dad.
My name Dad.
My name Dad. Just announced at the beginning of the night after...
Oh, this is Raw recap, by the way.
After
Monday Night Raw.
the...
You scroll it more.
No, that is that... No, because I was late to get the computer up and running.
Oh.
So we had a Jimmy... Did Jimmy start it? Yeah, the Usos started.
Jay walked out.
Monday Night Raw.
So, Jay walked out.
He walked out.
And then Jimmy came out of nowhere, like, from behind, just walked and started walking with him.
Yeah.
Because remember, he came out of, like, that little section up there, and he came out of nowhere, and everyone
Yeah. Braun came out and started talking smack.
Braun meeting Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. If you guys don't know.
Then LA Knight got involved somehow, right?
Yes.
He comes out because he has beef with Bronze too, and Jay and LA Knight were in the corner. Bronson Reed comes in flying out of nowhere, and LA Knight moves, and who gets squashed?
Jay.
Jay didn't like that.
No.
Blames LA. Said LA Knight did it. LA Knight pushed Bronson into me. LA Knight upset with Jay.
Jay upset with LA Knight.
Jay upset with LA Knight. LA Knight upset with everybody. Tells Adam Pearce, I don't care who you give me, what Braun you give me, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, LeBron. What do you say? Little Braun, something Brawny. He just went through all kinds of Brauns. It's like, just give me a Braun.
Like any Braun in the world.
Any Braun. Just give me Braun. I want to wrestle Braun tonight, he says. So he ends up getting who?
Bronson Reed.
Goes to our first match. First match of the night.
AJ
We were there pretty quick.
Styles versus El Grande Americano.
So I looked it up, and so the only two people who are listed as being El Grande Americano
are Ludwig
and Chad. Ludwig is doing really good at not being Ludwig in the El Grande Americano mask, because I thought we switched again, but it's Ludwig still.
Right.
But during the match, a second El Grande Americano comes out and helps Ludwig.
Whoa! There's two?
There's two. I don't know who it is. It's not Chad. But, so the second El Grande is kind of messing with the match. And then Dragon Lee comes out and takes care of the second Americano. AJ Styles wins. It was an okay match. The cat sounds like thunder back there.
No, the cat sounds like knocking on the door.
No, it was him jumping off the mattress.
bad.
Right, but it sounded like, yeah, it did. It did. And then, for some reason, the contract signing of Io and Vaquero of their title match at WrestlePalooza is canceled, but Vaquero will be ready. Nikki's talking to Io about it. And then who comes in hot yet again?
Yeah, Asuka.
Asuka comes in. Pretty much speaking for Io, telling Io who's going to be Io's friends. You can't be Io's friend. And so this ends up being an Asuka versus Nikki match later on in the night. And then out of nowhere, we're into another match. Raw has gotten better. I wonder if they watched our video from a few weeks ago when we said it was absolutely boring. But everyone over all the internet was saying Raw is boring. So they stepped up their game real quick, real fast, because I was into this one, and it just flowed good. The Lyra versus Raquel match this is awesome. This is awesome chance. Good for Lyra. She did better in the ring.
You didn't think Lyra wouldn't lose?
No, I thought... I'm very surprised that Raquel won. I think Raquel, where she's at in her career, she can afford to take losses. Lyra coming off the whole Bayley and Becky feud, and her not doing well in that, I'm surprised they're not trying to push her. But they did try to push her with Becky and Bayley, and she didn't do a good job. So maybe they're seeing how she does when she loses. So we're going to find out. And then we get to my favorite promo
of
the night. Penta comes, he's talking to Pierce. He's like, why you no like Penta? I come, make return. Everyone like, you no like, I want my title shot.
He's not saying the, no, why.
Right. Well, his first language is Spanish, I do believe. So
his native language, actually.
That's first language. His first language.
Yeah, first language is native, right?
Yeah, yes.
That's how you would say it.
Well, you can say it that way, yes. But I just want to make sure you understood that first and native. Okay.
I understand native, too.
All right.
I understand what you mean.
Rusev comes in. He's like, why you no follow plan, Pierce? I come in. I dominate. I destroy Sheamus. I big. I strong, I need my title shot. And Pierce is like, I got an idea. They're both going for the Intercontinental titles, what they want.
Right.
So he's like, how about you two fight for who should get the title shot?
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear him say
so
that.
Rusev and Penta, I think it was pretty much the number one contenders match. Is what it was. But that happens later on. We go into, there's just like, so what we have here is the way they used to be so smooth with telling Judgment Day, because they could leave the Judgment Day, come back in, and exit, and come back in, and it fell where it needed to fall. Then we have an AJ Styles thanking Dragon Lee. Jimmy comes through, so now we're back to the Usos, okay? And then we're going back to a few weeks ago when Roman told Jay he needed to start doing things for himself. Jimmy sees Jay trying to leave the arena. He's like, hey man, the LA Knight's going to need our backup there. He's got Bronson. He's going to deal with the Vision. Jay's like, not our problem. I'm going to do it for me. Jimmy's like, hey, you're sounding like Roman. And Jay goes, maybe the way I sounded before wasn't working. And he turns and walks away. So we have a Jay problem now.
Jay heel turn?
Jay, I don't know if you would consider it a heel turn, but he won't be a face anymore. He'll be like like Roman's not. Roman's face now. But he don't act like a face.
He'll be like a rogue Roman.
Like, he's an anti-face. He's an anti-heel.
He's in between.
Yeah, he's getting to where he's in between, where he's not really out to destroy things, but he's looking out for number one. He's looking out for himself. And then, actually, this was my favorite promo.
Oh, the one.
AJ comes out wearing the title, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And like, she's just, your mom likes her. I like. She's just a different character. You know what I mean? She brings.
I think she kind of goes above R-Truth.
Move your hand from your mouth.
I think she goes above R-Truth to me.
Well, R-Truth's more of a funny, crazy character. She's more of a sarcastic, crazy character. She, like, watching her is fun. Like, it's like watching our, like, as far as it being fun watching somebody, I agree with you. Like, watching her is fun. Just like it's fun to watch R-Truth. Because you don't know what they're going to say. And you don't know, like, what they're going to do.
Her like, hand gestures.
Yeah, and, like, her, like, she's acting like she's, like, fighting back the crazy. Yeah. Love it. Great. But then she starts talking about, like, it's okay. It was okay to watch her husband fight Drew McIntyre and all these other wrestlers, but when Becky got in the ring and was putting her hands on her husband, she's like, I think it was time for a return. And she starts talking about Becky, and then Becky comes out, and the crowd just let Becky have it tonight. I think, I agree with you. I think the crowd had Becky, what'd you say?
One? No, wait, no. What'd I say? I know I said something.
You said they were getting to her, more or less, is what I was thinking. You said, like, the crowd's getting to her. It's, that's not what you said, but that's more or less what you said.
Like, getting to her meaning, like, turning face again, or?
No.
Oh, making her aggravated.
Yeah, she was, aggravating. Becky wants her title back. But Becky calls out her husband, Seth Rollins.
Honey!
Pretty much. And so Seth Rollins comes out. AJ Lee's like, hey, you want your title back? I can give it to you. Or, oh no, you can come in this ring and get it. Or I can give it to you if you agree to a
mixed gender tag team match.
Right.
With AJ and CM Punk, Seth and Becky in the other corner.
Yep. Well, Seth goes into the ring and tries to just get the belt. Can't get to the belt. And as that's happening, CM Punk just starts coming. You can tell CM Punk's coming down the walkway because the crowd just erupts. He doesn't hit his music. He comes and he stands right behind Becky. And as Becky's backing up, Becky hits CM Punk, turns around. She's like, oh, it's CM Punk. And CM Punk just walks around. Yeah, my life flashed before my eyes. He goes to the ring and he tries to give Seth a GTS. Seth slips, gets the mic, and says, you want a match, you got a match at WrestlePalooza. So at WrestlePalooza, we now have Braun versus the Usos. We got...
The mixed gender tag.
We got Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus CM Punk
and AJ Lee.
We have Io versus Stephanie Vaquer. I don't remember what else we would have. We got John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
Instead of Vaquer, it should be...
Moving in from now.
Instead of Vaquer, it should be Rhea. But...
Yeah, it should be Rhea. Vaquer's gonna have the title. Vacant. There's no. You're not winning it from nobody. So. Yeah, I don't like it, but it is what it is. We'll have Tiffany and Vaquer holding the two most prestigious women's titles, and together they've both been in the WWE main roster for less than a year and a half, for 18 months.
Right.
Crazy fast push to the top.
Well, Roxanne, they kind of pushed Roxanne a little bit because
they pushed Roxanne, and
Roxanne a little bit because she got the tag team titles with Raquel.
Right, and I'm okay with someone new getting like a tag team title.
Right, those don't really matter.
Or an Intercontinental
like a big title.
But I think Lyra got pushed too far too. Like some people, you just know they have it. Like Lyra, she wasn't ready for a title.
No, she wasn't. She didn't do really good with it.
No, she didn't. She did not. She did not.
I like where we're at with everyone's titles.
I like we're right with all the titles except what's going to happen
with Stephanie Vaquer.
If Stephanie Vaquer wins.
See, whoops. Stephanie Vaquer should have. I mean, the women's world should be with Rhea.
Mm-hmm. So sit up and try to keep your mouth, because when you're talking, you're dipping below like this.
Okay.
So we want to keep our mouth in frame. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. We're learning.
Where was I at?
About Vaquer.
Oh, Vaquer. Like Vaquer's title that she will win because we all know she's probably.
Yeah, I mean Io's held it 2 different times in the past 6 months.
Right. The women's world should be with Rhea.
Yes.
And what's the other one?
The Universal, the WWE title.
The women's.
Yes.
Intercontinental.
The men and women's now all have the same titles.
Right. Who has the women's Universal? SmackDown.
Tiffy.
Where's she been?
She's fighting Jade this Friday.
Oh yeah,
I think.
that's right.
Which
that
Jade
should be with
win.
Io.
Well, Io's on Raw.
Who has the Intercontinental? Oh wait, the Intercontinental is with
Becky.
And who has the heavyweight? Isn't there a women's heavyweight?
Yes, that's the one that Io and...
Oh, yeah.
But they call it the women's title. The women's world title is what they call that one. They don't call it heavyweight. And then they call it the women's WWE title.
Right, okay. I'm caught up now.
So, Raw is world titles. Okay? And then SmackDown is WWE titles.
Who has the U.S.? Women's U.S.
That one girl, Julia. Yeah.
That should be with...
That was like her second match. She won the American title.
That should be with Zelina or Io.
What, the American title?
Yeah.
American title should be with Michin.
Oh, yeah.
I think Michin should have it by now.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Actually, if I think about it, yeah. I forgot about Michin. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
2 cents into there, so...
Yeah. That's, where are we at now? Then we have another confusing Bayley promo, and now all of a sudden she's sad about what she did to Lyra. And that's what her mind fight is she's fighting in her mind between Damage Control Bayley and Role Model Bayley about what she should do about Lyra.
Like always.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Just move on. Go find something else to do. How about this? Here's what I think. Come in and side with Io against Asuka and Kairi.
Yeah.
That's where she belongs
together, but...
in that feud. That feud, we separated that faction. Now that faction needs to have like a true closure. Okay.
Because we never really actually closed that faction.
I mean, we did, but we didn't.
We like
Asuka got hurt, I think. They kicked Bailey out. Asuka got hurt, so it was kind of like. Pff.
And then Dakota got released. Kairi and Io just didn't really. Kairi was gone actually, and then Io was on doing her own thing with Rhea.
Asuka would be good on her own. Let Asuka go on her own. How about this? Have a tag team match between Io and Bailey versus Asuka and Kairi, Warriors. The Kabuki Warriors, right?
Right, yeah.
And then you have Kairi turn on Asuka. And then you have Kairi, Io, and Bailey in a faction.
Not the Damage Control, though.
You don't have to call it Damage Control. You can call it something else.
Right.
Unless, the only thing that depends on is if they are respecting Asuka. And that's what Asuka wants to do late in her career, is be with Kairi. So, there's that.
Right, yeah. I mean, they always could. Are they ever going to bring back Dakota?
They could. I mean, could Dakota go somewhere and do really well?
Dakota can come back and maybe, that's how everything kind of...
Yeah, that's going to be years from now,
though.
I think.
Really?
I think by then, yeah. Usually they don't get released and come back, quick. That usually don't happen.
Well, I think it'd be good for, like how you said... But instead, Dakota comes in, and everyone forms back together, but Asuka doesn't like it, and Asuka doesn't join their faction that Dakota, Kairi, Io, and Bailey have.
Yeah.
So she leaves to do her own thing, and that leaves them four.
Right.
No, them four in a faction together.
Well, Kairi and Dakota can't do well on their own.
No, definitely not, no.
Dakota did best as,
tag team.
Well, that and just the hype person, the person who was there, who didn't really wrestle.
Yeah, the person that was just the bodyguard.
Yeah, when she was hurt and she was still rehabbing, she was still appearing, and that's when she was best. That's kind of where what's her name, Maxine Dupree.
Oh yeah.
She did really good as the Judgment Day, the
Alpha
Academy hype girl. She has moments where she's really good in the ring, and it's just she's not consistent. She's either really good in the ring and she has a bad moment.
I don't think they should have released Dakota Kai, because I think they should be impressed that she still went out there and gave it her all.
Yeah, I mean, they all are. What it came down to, the crowd just wasn't into it when she was wrestling.
Is that why they release them? Because the crowd doesn't...
Yeah, when you don't get a reaction from the crowd, that's when you need to worry. So if you're not getting booed or cheered, that's kind of where you're at. Some of the older guys, like Sheamus, he's riding on nostalgia, and then the big matches. So
instead of releasing them, change their story up a little bit, and maybe that'll help.
Yeah, a lot of the stories need changing, but but the Vision's doing really well for Raw.
Vision, yeah. All we need is maybe one more girl and a few more.
Yeah, because it's helping the Uso story, right? It's helping LA story.
It's helping the CM Punk and AJ story.
It's helping the CM Punk story. I mean, it's a mess of a story, which is really good, a good mess. Okay, Judgment Day, you feel like they're kind of picking back up with Dom just going off doing his own. We don't know what he's doing, and then we'll get there here in a minute. Yeah. So we just need to go. We had the Penta and Rusev match from their talk to Pierce about one title shot. The New Day comes out and distracts Penta. Penta holds off, the New Day distraction as long as he can, but in the end...
Penta wins?
No.
No,
Rusev wins. Yes. Then we had another promo with LA Knight and Jimmy, and LA Knight's like, no, we're not okay. Me and Jay are not okay. Jimmy's like, dude, we got to deal with this Vision. And he's like, no, that's a you problem. I don't have a problem. I just need to deal with Bronson tonight. And the tension's rising between LA Knight and Jay and Jimmy. Yep. That's what I said. Then we have our Nikki versus Asuka match. Of course, Asuka wins. That match wasn't that good. It was better than the last Nikki and the last Asuka match. It was a good match, but not. The Penta Rusev match was really good, and then the Raquel and Lyra match set the bar for the night. So when your earlier matches are good, it's hard for these matches that follow to keep the crowd engaged. Then we have our Judgment Day promo, and Dom just shows up. Like, we've been looking for you.
Where have you been all night?
Right, you're talking to El Grande, and he kind of dances around the question. He seems out of sorts. He's like, well, I had to find help anyways, because if you guys will stop getting banned from ringside. Wingside. I was thinking gotta protect the stash.
How do you even...
It's these two fingers.
Which one's these two?
Yes, these two. Then there's fixed eyebrows. There you go.
I don't think that made it better. I look at hair crazy. Any hair on my body, crazy.
But as Dom leaves, Roxanne's like, I'll go talk to him. It feels like, yeah, it's a good idea. And then Raquel's face was like, that was a bad idea. And then JD and Finn kind of had a smirk on their face because they know what they're doing. They're trying to make Liv mad. Did find out.
So wait, JD and Finn are like on the same page with like...
Yeah. JD and Jin. Jin's we'll call him.
No, JD McFunko.
JD McFunko. Yeah. But they're on the same page about it. Finny.
Oh my gosh, Vinny! Vinny and Finny!
So I looked up Liv's injury, and I guess she tore her bicep, her labrum, and her rotator cuff.
What's
so they
cuff?
said
like the way
it's a muscle that does this on your shoulder. That helps you do this on your shoulder.
So like your shoulder blade. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a muscle. It's in there. That is, and she hurt her shoulder before, but I'm not sure if it's the same shoulder. So if that's like a new injury, that's a 6-month thing.
Right.
But I don't know what the extent of her other injury was and what shoulder it was. So we're looking at minimum her being back late December, early January.
Or late January. There's a possibility they could hold her back for a little bit just to see if she recovers.
She'll come back Royal Rumble.
Really?
At the earliest, yes. At the earliest, we will hear her music hit at the Royal Rumble.
The crowd will go wild.
Yeah, the crowd will
because
will lose
if they draw the Judgment Day story in a good way, then we'll hear the crowd go wild when Liv comes back.
Yeah,
at Royal Rumble.
Well,
if they draw it in the right way.
We got to get to WrestlePalooza. They're going to make this a big thing because we're switching over to in America it being the ESPN app for the PLEs. So the stories going ahead are going to still be told, but we're building for WrestlePalooza here in 12 days. That's going to be our main stuff. I don't know how many matches are going to be or how big it's going to be, but after that, we'll start building up to what's your favorite one?
Start building up to War Games.
War Games. Yep.
I love War Games. I can't stop playing War Games on 2K24. Every time we play 2K24.
Right.
War Games.
So we see Nikki backstage. Asuka approaches her. They get into tit for tat, and out of nowhere, Rhea steps up and is like, "Hey,
we got a problem here.
We got a problem."
I heard it.
And then what's his name's like? What did he say? He said when Rhea steps
Pierce?
up, you have a problem.
Adam Pierce?
No, Michael Cole.
Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still at the stand though, right?
He's still at the announcer. Yeah, now.
But he talks to the mic and says.
So I'm pretty sure all of those promos we see backstage they show on the screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Just so people know what's going on.
Yes. So.
Because they can't just be playing the audio and people hear it. Because then if they played the audio and people hear it, they'd still be cheering, but I think that it would...
Well, that's why you hear cheers and stuff as it's going on.
Yeah, as it's going on.
Yeah, because they're reacting to it, yes. But the way they stood across from each other, it looked like maybe we're setting up a WrestlePalooza.
Rhea versus Asuka?
Rhea and Nikki versus Asuka and Kairi. Tag team match. Or maybe we're setting it up for Raw.
I feel so bad for Kairi right now. Kairi's just in the space between. Kairi's just stuck in the middle right now.
Yeah, she was sitting there trying to say something to Nikki and Rhea, and then you hear Kairi.
That was the most aggressive one we've heard.
Dude, it's so weird.
Tonight.
I don't know what's going on.
When Asuka yelled Kairi, that was the most aggressive one. I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why
gets
Kyrie's
more and
acting
more
like that.
aggressive.
I don't know where. Yeah, it does. It really does.
Kyrie gets more and more aggressive. It's crazy.
I mean, maybe we're building up to Io wins, and then it's Io versus Asuka. Like, Io beats Fakir, and then that's how Asuka gets the title.
Who's Kyrie going with?
I don't know.
That's how the story plays out?
Yeah.
I think Asuka. I mean,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Io, maybe. I want Io. I want her to go with Io.
And then we have our LA Knight versus Bronson Reed match. And then Bronson won. But after the match, they attack LA Knight, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy comes out to help. He holds his own for a second. And then they get Jimmy. And then who comes out to help Jimmy?
Uso! Hey, main event Jey Uso now in your city. Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm. He comes out and helps. And LA Knight asks Jay, are we okay? After they clear the ring. And Jay says, yeah. So the camera angle shows Braun and Bronson down, at the entrance. Jay and Jimmy are kind of, LA Knight and Jimmy are kind of in the middle of the ring. And Jimmy's like, we're good. He helps Jimmy up. They're talking. And he's pointing back to Jay. Are we okay? Is he okay? This, not everything else. And then out of nowhere.
Super kick by Jay.
No. Spear.
Spear? Really? A spear?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention to that was a spear.
Jay hits
LA Knight with
a spear. And he says, now we're okay. And Jimmy's like, what are you doing? Why?
He ain't here to make friends.
No. I mean, fun-loving face Jay is gone. The crowd actually started booing him for a second. And then he's just like, now we're good. And, Jay played it really well. The way he was acting in the ring. Right. Jimmy's like, he said, we're good now. Kind of in like I'm getting the last word out of this. But we're going to end up having an LA Knight Jay match. And then the crowd was booing him. He's talking to Jimmy. And then he hits the crowd with the... Yeet. And the crowd goes yeet. And he wins them back over. And we cut the credits.
Yep, that's how Raw went.
That's how Raw went.
I want to focus back up here to Asuka and Nikki real quick.
Okay.
Because whenever we're talking about that, the Io and... Like you said, if there isn't Io and Asuka, what if Kyrie hits Io during the Io and Asuka?
On accident? Goes for Asuka, hits Io?
No.
Bam.
No.
Oh, okay.
After the match, whoever wins, if Io wins, whoever wins, Kyrie just attacks Io.
Yeah.
And, kind of laughs, played it off, I wasn't weak, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was acting like...
Maybe.
I was scared and stuff, and now... Because didn't we have that with someone?
I don't know.
We had that with someone, right? Because we had that with, a superstar that was, acting scared and stuff, and then they just turned immediately.
I don't remember. I mean, I can't tell you who.
You know what I'm talking about, though. We've had someone.
I'm sure we have. I can't think of it, though.
Yeah. Anyway. Make sure to like, subscribe, notifications on. We'll see you next time. And make sure to have a good day, night, or evening, whatever time zone you're in. Yeet! Bye.